Every now and again, I stumble across some incredible 3D prints, and some of them I just don't even realize that they were even possible. For example, this is a t-shirt with a 3D printed design on the front, like completely 3D printed with very little TPU. But there's not only that. In this video, we're going to cover some other really interesting 3D prints that I found and some just plain incredible models in general. But back to the shirt, the way this works is it's a very thin layer of TPU that has been heat pressed onto the actual shirt. But the way that I did this was created a pretty simple image as a test print in Photoshop and then just converted it into an actual STL with matter control. If you've never used matter control before, it's really easy to turn images into models in like 2 seconds. And then once you've got the model of what you want, just load up some TPU and 3D print it in 0.4 millimeters. You could probably go a little bit less, but this is 0.4 and it worked for me, so maybe try that first. Now I use 95A TPU, but I'm pretty sure it would probably work with most of them. And I just heat pressed it on with an iron and a little bit of baking paper or parchment paper, and it comes out looking like this. And the quality is actually pretty damn good. It's probably not gonna last very long. I can imagine that the edges would peel off eventually, probably after a wash or two, but you can always hand wash it to make it last a little bit longer. And then when it does peel off, it's not even the end of the world because of the fact that it costs such little amount of filament to actually make the design. Also, there's nothing stopping you from getting multiple colors of TPU, loading it into like a multicolor printer like this one and making a really, really cool design and putting that on a t-shirt. I'll likely mention this in an upcoming video, order some multicolored TPU and see what things I can come up with. Now these next prints aren't gonna blow you away, but the design of them is very smart and can be used for something way more impressive, which we'll talk about in a second. This kind of inspired this video in a way. Now these are pretty much paper thin or card thin 3D prints, and they can be folded to create whatever it is that they're intended to fold. For example, this here can fold up to be a gift card holder. So you can put that in, click it together, and you can put a gift card in there and hand it out as a gift. This prints for barely any filament at all, of course, because it is so thin. This one folds into a box that you could scale up and use for many different things as well. But the reason that I included this idea is because of this. Now, this saves a hell of a long time when printing something, because what's happened is you can 3D print with an AMS, the bottom piece here in gold, and then it folds up onto the side to allow you to create something that would normally take a hell of a long time to print with an AMS, because you have layer by layer. Just folding it up like this and putting in a little bit of glue saves a ridiculous amount of time and a lot of purged filament, of course. So keeping in mind that when you are designing something, you can print filament pretty thin, add little crease lines in the actual place that you want them to be, and fold them over, can allow you to make new things, but also improve designs to save filament and save a lot of time as well. Honestly, when I saw this, I was very impressed. Another thing you may not immediately think of is 3D printed protective gear, or even worn accessories like TPU bracelets, but protective gear I even have filament for that is specifically designed for this, and I've never used it. But Worn Stuff is not something that I've ever thought of actually printing, but it actually leads us into today's sponsor, which is Autodesk Labs. And these are 3D printed shoes, which I must admit, I initially thought was a complete gimmick. But when Autodesk Lab reached out and said, can we send you some 3D printed shoes to test? I thought this is actually crazy. However, they take a 3D model of your foot and design them specifically for you. They're customized to fit you perfectly. And along that way, you'll also find out things about your feet that you didn't know. My left foot is slightly bigger than my right foot apparently, and that's designed into the shoe. Now they pitched these as being insanely comfortable, and that's one of the things I was a bit doubtful about. When they arrived, I took them to the beach because there's sand and rocks and grass and everything to test them with, and as soon as I stepped onto the rocks, I was pleasantly surprised. You can't feel anything. I even ran down the beach along the rocks as well. Normally you'd feel them through regular shoes and you wouldn't want to run along them, but I didn't feel anything. With all the holes and the way that they're designed, they are incredibly breathable. And these have also replaced my old running shoes as well. These are so much better, regardless of if you're doing a short run or a long run, you can feel the difference immediately. The way that it reduces pressure and just fits your foot perfectly just makes a huge difference to comfort. If you are interested, you can get them in black, pink, or white, and there'll also be a link to Autodesk Lab in the description where you can get founder early bird prices, so a lot cheaper than there will be, and you can get a thank you with your name on their website as well, which is pretty cool. 3D printed shoes that I'll actually use. Crazy. Now, something I've been wanting to print for ages but just haven't got around to doing yet is printing these, and also these. There is so many different musical instruments that you can print, and honestly, when I found out that these actually work, maybe not to the extent of really good like actual made instruments, but 3D printed ones actually work, I was pretty surprised and kind of excited at the same time. I love playing music. I'm a drummer and I'm learning piano, and I want to learn every instrument, but it's just whether you've got the time, right? I'm gonna buy strings for these and make them into an actual working instrument and learn a little bit to be able to play in a video and test them out. This is a violin. There is a fully working 3D printable violin that you can get. The people who design this sort of thing, absolutely unreal, but I'm gonna print I've printed all of this out. It's ready to go. It needs assembling, and I need the strings, I need the bow, and I'm gonna try it and we'll see what happens. They don't sound as good as like obviously brand new violins, but it's something you can do. One of the most simple ones is a drum. Now the skin needs tightening down, but you can still get the same idea. You got the little bongo drums here. And of course, one of the easiest ones that you can print and use straight away are wind instruments like this. This is an ocarina from Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. That was a terrible version of Concerning Hobbits, but with a bit of practice, you can definitely pull that off. But the fact that you can 3D print musical instruments, practice with them, and actually learn how they work in terms of notes and stuff is unreal to me. Being able to just print it and it sounds like an actual instrument is so cool, and I'm going to be experimenting with this very soon and printing a whole ton and making a full video on it. Super fast one, but one that I had to mention because I don't know why I'd never thought of it before, is Velcro. 3D printed Velcro, or almost Velcro. Again, this is just another thing that if you know that you can design and do this, you can add it to any designs that you decide to come up with later on in the future. For example, the way this works is there's just loads of different pointed edges, kind of like how Lego clicks together, and then it just clicks together. And it holds pretty well. Like, it's not gonna hold absolutely perfectly, but neither does Velcro. So it's got the same idea, loads of different strands all interlocked together. So if there's anything that you're designing that needs a bit of a grip, but things that you want to be able to take off and reuse, Velcro like this could definitely be an option to consider, because it doesn't come apart. It just doesn't pull apart unless you put it that way, just like Velcro. Now we're gonna end on something that I've used before, but never really thought of expanding into different things. And that's 3D printed molds, because molds allow you to make tons of other things that a printer can't make on its own. However, having access to a 3D printer means you can design your own molds and make tons of stuff, whether it's candles, which I've done in the past, bath bombs, plastic things. I literally have soft gel plastic things. I have fishing lures here that I've made and other things as well. And honestly, it opens up so many doors of other things that you can make with your 3D printer. Obviously, your 3D printer can make tons of stuff already. That's kind of what this channel is centered around. But being able to then use the printer to make other things, like imagine thinking I can use my 3D printer to make bath bombs, because I can print the molds to however I want and just make it work. This mold was initially for a candle, but I used soft plastic to inject into it instead, and now I have a nice bouncy ball that I can make. Having a soft plastic injector means that I can then 3D print the molds and create parts for 3D prints as well to do all sorts of things. I can encase electrics to make them waterproof. You can get pretty much clear with soft plastic as well. Like these lures here are like pretty much crystal clear, and you can also dye them and make other colors too. And it's also a lot faster than 3D printing. For example, you make the mold once and then you inject it as many times as you want with that exact same mold, and it takes a hell of a lot less time to do this than it does to print it again. The idea of being able to make something with your 3D printer that the 3D printer can't make, so opening up other doors to different products, is something that I absolutely love, and it's definitely not something that you would initially think of when you start out. So if you haven't ever thought about trying it, then maybe give it a go.